When it comes to the truth about the Daniel fast, I want to break down the meanings so people can understand in an elementary way on how to Daniel fast. The thing with the Daniel fast is that when you do a Daniel fast, you are basically eating to live. When you manipulate the way the Daniel fast is supposed to be for your own satisfaction, and when you don't choose to do a Daniel fast, when you eat, you are basically living to eat. Huh? You have the majority of the world live to eat. You know, they can eat the wrong foods within an hour, and then 2 or 3 hours they going back to the store, to the restaurant, or nibbling on junk, because in their brain they feel like this is what's going to keep them going if they just continue to eat something, and it's usually the bad food intakes. So I'm here to explain, because there's videos out there that's titled and labeling themselves as Daniel fasters, but yet you see a cup of eggs on the side getting ready to be chopped up or mixed in their foods. You see milk, pet milk, and all this creams and cheese and stuff getting ready to whip it up and throw in their foods and presenting it, look good, smell good, may even taste good, calling it a Daniel meal. But that's not it. If you want to be labeled as a vegetarian who just eat vegetables with cheese and pizzas without the meat, you're basically eating everything and anything you want to. You're just not eating meat. That's it. Now, if that's what you want to label yourself, then that's fine. But if you're labeling yourself and calling yourself doing a Daniel fast, I'm here to clear up the lies. You're not going to lie on the prophet. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they went out their way because they were presented by Nebuchadnezzar's people to influence them to eat the foods that we today can't let go. Meats, fried foods, all this greasy shenanigan, dead animals and eggs and that come from dead animals, or that come from animals, period. Cheese and milks and yeast and all this stuff that puts a burden on our bodies, that raises our cholesterol levels up, that sends us to an early grave because we like the way it tastes. You do what you want to do, but when you label yourselves in these videos that you are a cleanser, you are a lie from the pit of hell. Now, a Daniel fast, people, is when you're only intaking raw fruits and vegetables, water, and peanuts, whole grains like whole grain rice. I'm talking about the bag of rice that you may see some pebbles or rocks and stuff like that in there. You got to scoop the rice out and clean it and soak it. True whole grain breads. I myself prefer not to eat any bread during a Daniel fast, but whole grains is part of it. You know, they ate whole grain rice. But for the most part, to get a good start, it's best you just eat your beans. You can eat your fruits. You can eat your peanuts and just drink some water. You can come up with great ideas on how to survive a true Daniel fast, people. It's all type of bean salads that you can make without the shenanigan manipulation inputs of milk, egg, and cheese, and all these heavy salts and oils and stuff. Take all of that out. Take all of that out and put you a bowl with a good Daniel cleansed meal in it and see how you're going to come out. It may not always have an acquiring taste to it, but see, that's the point. When you do a Daniel fast, it's basically like you're intaking medicine, natural medicine. Don't nobody like the taste of medicine, but yet it does your body good. It's good for the immune system, huh? It fights off the germs, the bad bacteria, diseases and stuff like that, because it's all natural. But when you start putting all this other stuff that you don't need in it anyway, it defeats the purpose and it adds on more problems with your health. People are scared to eat clean. People are scared to eat right. It's too much like right. When people go shopping for the Daniel fast, they feel odd. They feel strange getting certain foods without getting the other stuff that they're used to putting in their bodies. You have videos that say they're doing a Daniel fast meal, but yet they can't seem to let go neither. They keep putting cheese with their meals. They keep putting pet milk and yogurt and all this other stuff that has nothing to do with the true Daniel fast. And then you have the blind sheep that watch these videos, take heed to it and say, oh, okay, that's a Daniel fast. Oh, okay, that ain't no problem. See? When you fast and you say it ain't a problem, that's not a true fast. Then when you fast, a true fast is when you're letting go. And within a couple of days, you're tempted and you're tested. That's what make you go to God. A true fast, people, is when you go to God and you need him to help you through that fast. A easy breezy fast when it comes to eating, that's not a true fast unless you're used to it. If you're used to doing that Daniel fast for years, then yeah, kudos, you know what I'm saying? But if you're someone who's beginning to live your life right and you want to do it right, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted to put all this stuff in your foods. But see, that's the beauty about fasting. That's what makes you go to God even more. Praying and fasting, perseverance, that's the whole point. When you let go of all this shenanigans stuff that you used to put in your food, you feel better mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You start shedding off weight and stuff, and you sleep better. You feel better that you're doing the right thing for a change. It's a whole lot of great benefits that come with true Daniel fasting, people. You don't need milk with your oatmeal. You don't need any brown sugar, white sugar, pink sugar. You don't need none of that. You don't need eggs with your rice. You don't need eggs with your spinach. You don't need none of that. You want it. But you have to learn to let go and let God. That's the whole point of the Daniel cleansing. Nebuchadnezzar sent this people to the three Jews and told them you can eat this and that and the other. Foods look good, but they was about to throw up like we don't want that in us. No, we got things to do. We want to look and feel good. Give us a chance and we'll show you better than we can tell you. And they did that. And they were allowed to continue to eat the right things. People that ate all that crap, they looked nasty. They looked uncomfortable. And I'm sure they felt uncomfortable. Just like today, people that's fat and sloppy and hungover, and they don't care because they like the taste of this poison that they're putting in their bodies. A true Daniel fast is bean salad, spinach soup, cabbage soup. You people go and get they broths, but I wouldn't always use broth. I don't care if it's chicken, I don't care if it's beef, I don't care if it's even vegetable broth. Broth still has chemicals in it. It still has the factory ingredients in it, sodium and all that. So to start off, it's best to just put regular water in your soups. Boil it, put maybe a little salt in there, put your lemon juice in there. Real lemon juice, real juice from the lemons, not that stuff out the bottle. Lime juice, not that stuff out the bottle. Real lime juice, people. We talking about true, real, authentic foods. See? People are scared to live authentic. I can't afford it. I can't afford to go to Jerusalem. I can't afford to eat right. I'm broke all the time. Well, pray on it. I don't want it. I don't care. Well, there you go. You can't complain about why you got migraine headaches. You can't complain about why you always feel lethargic. You can't complain about why you're constipated or why you're running off. You probably got tapeworms. You can't complain about why you got swollen ankles. You can't complain about why your knees hurt, why your back hurt, your lower back hurt, because you're constipated. That's why. All this because you're constipated. Your breath stink because you're constipated. You're sweating. You can't sleep because you're constipated. We go to the hospital. We run up all these medical bills. We take all this medicine, the over-the-counter medicine, because we think it's this. We Googling that and this, and all it is because we don't eat right. All it is because we don't want to drink water. Water don't taste good. I got to have my pop. See what I'm saying, people? We don't want to stop smoking. We don't want to stop heavily drinking alcohol. Alcohol clogs up your pores. It tears your skin up because of your liver. You ever notice that a lot of Rastafarians or true Christians who eat right, Daniel fast, and you notice their face is always nice and smooth and clear? They're nice and clear without makeup. They can have confidence by walking around with no makeup on because they're not afraid to live. You're not living when you're sugarcoating, when you're hiding things, when you're adding on things to look and taste and feel good. I feel better when I put a bunch of makeup on my face all the time. I feel better when I put a lot of sugar and salt and pepper and oils and butters and milk and cheese in my foods. I don't want to let go. Well, you can't complain about why you feel the way you feel. You can't complain about why you look the way you look. Do something about it and do the right thing. People with these videos that are lying about how they Daniel fast, vegan, plant-based foods. It irritates me. Every time I click on these videos, they say plant-based or vegan and then Daniel fast, but yet you see on the table they got a whole bowl of eggs. They got their milk getting ready to pour it in their foods. They got cheese. They got all this oil so they can fry up whatever they got, calling it a cleanse meal. Please. I tell people to do a watermelon fast. Do a watermelon fast for a whole week. They got to have sugar on their watermelon. It's always something. It's always something to keep a person from doing the right thing for themselves. People don't want to fast. They feel like they're going to die if they cleanse themselves for 3 days. If they just drink water, they gonna feel so bored, they just gonna throw the water because it ain't got no taste to it. When they eat cabbage soup, they gotta have all this other extra ingredients in it because it don't taste right. I'm about to throw up. I can't eat raw broccoli without cheese because it don't taste right. I'm about to throw up. Don't make no sense. But yet these are the same people who complain about why their health are deteriorating, why their face is clogged up, their pores is all shenanigan. And it's all because we are not willing to Daniel fast. See? Daniel fast. Get you some soup from scratch, not in the can. Get you some frozen bags of spinach. Cut up some celery. I don't feel like doing that. Well, I don't know what else to tell you. But you feel like waiting in that drive-thru at Wendy's. The time that you're spending to go to Wendy's, sit in the drive-thru, get your food, drive back home. That's all that time right there. You could have just went to the grocery store and choppity chop chop and got got your stuff ready for your pot. Not only that, but you got a nice pot of cabbage soup ready, and it'll last you for a week. Watermelon cleansing. Get you a whole watermelon or two, choppity chop chop, put it in separate bowls. It'll last you for a week in a nice sub-zero temperature refrigerator. People don't want to take the time to take care of themselves. They want the fast pace of life. And you're going to get the benefits of that. I feel better living the opposite of what I used to live. My mama used to tell me, go put a pot on. That was about the best thing she ever told me. I said, I ain't putting no pot on. And then realized the older I got, oh yeah, I'm putting that pot on. I keep a pot on. You got your bean soup one day. You got your cabbage soup another week. See, people could do, some people say, well, I'm going to do milk, broccoli, and cheese soup. Yeah, but it got milk in it, so you can't claim that's part of your Daniel fast. Because with broccoli and cheese soup, you got to put just that, milk and cheese in it, so that don't count. You got to find another type of soup. When I'm talking about Daniel fasting, you want to do a broccoli soup, do a broccoli soup without the cheese and the milk. You don't have to have it creamy. Let's go. It's all type of ways we can eat. I watch Rastafarians cook their food. They a beast about it. They go and search for their foods and they whip it up, ping, 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 and come out a whole nice little meal within minutes. Natural foods. I myself, if I'm not doing a Daniel fasting, I'm a pescatarian. Pescatarian is someone who eat just fruits and vegetables along with seafood. I eat seafood with my fruits and vegetables. Now, I get a little comfortable at times and I may eat my French fries. But that's my pescatarian lifestyle. I may choose to eat some fries once in a while with my shrimp batter, my battered shrimps and stuff like that. But if you are specifically doing a Daniel fast, you can't have that. You can't have shrimps. You can't have fried battered shrimp and French fries. You can't have that. You can have your potatoes, but you gotta bake it. You gotta boil it. I'm just coming with the truth. Get you a 3-bean soup. Get the beans that's in a can. Get you some chickpeas in a can that's already cooked. And just go home, put it in a strainer, rinse cold water on it, rinse it out real good 3 or 4 times or whatnot. Put in the bowl, get you some celery and some cucumbers and some cherry tomatoes and hook it up. And there you go. You got a chickpea salad. That'll be in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. Depends on how much you have. There go your snack. Chickpea snacks. Go get you some lima beans. Rinse them off. Do a lima bean salad. Along with, a spinach soup, broccoli soup, cabbage soup. Don't use no noodles. Let's go hard with this Daniel fast. Pray to God to be able to provide the things you need so you can be able to afford to buy these foods. A lot of people get discouraged because they can't afford to keep buying watermelon. They can't afford to keep buying fruits and vegetables throughout their Daniel fast. Get frozen vegetables. Stock up and get bags of frozen vegetables. You got that. You can get that $2 a bag. 99 cents a bag, depends on where you go. And then rack up, put it in the freezer. There you go. You got your vegetable. You can saute it, bake it, boil it, broil it. You got that out the way. Get you a big thing of peanuts. Big bag of peanuts to snack on. Get you nothing but water. If you want water with flavor, get you some seltzer water, carbonated water. Let's go hard. Coffee, no sugar, no cream. Learn to drink black coffee. It's good for you. In the morning, it burns calories. When you're moving and walking around, it helps burn calories. And you're not putting on calories with the sugar and the creams. Yeah, I know you got to get used to it. It don't take, well, get you some flavor black coffee. Get you some flavor coffee that has flavor with it and just cook it, brew it up and then there you go. Drink it like that. The Daniel fast would not have this beautiful satisfaction taste because it's medicine that we are eating. You have to think about it. Medicine don't taste good all the time. It don't taste good. You got to add all this stuff in it for it to taste good so you can eat it. But if you use your brain and your spirit and realize why you're eating this food, it would be fine. You eating chickpeas which don't have a good taste unless you add all this shenanigan of the world in your food. If you can eat it without that, you'll get used to it, but your body is going to say, yes, thank you, we needed this. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm a witness. So when you click on these channels and these people talking about some Daniel fat, and they got all these other shenanigans that they pouring in their foods and whipping it up, that's not it. Those are not true Daniel fast meals. Plant-based meals and vegan meals. They study using all this. I seen one video, she claimed it was a plant-based video and had chopped up bacon awaiting for her salad. Now how's that a plant-based vegan meal and you got a whole pork thing of bacon? We have to be 100 with ourselves. You got people who do salsas and use green Doritos to try to, there's avocado chips. So, but no, it's still saturated. It still got artificial flavors and fats and all other type of stuff that you can't pronounce in them green chips right there. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. That's not a true Daniel fast, people. You want to snack on something, get you some peanuts. Get you some peanuts. I can't afford the real good peanuts. See, a lot of people are not going to make it. A lot of people are not going to make it. You got people who don't even like going to the doctor when something happens. Because, my medical bill. People go to their grave because they don't want to pay a medical bill. How backwards are we? We don't want to eat right. It's too much like right. We don't feel like cutting and chopping and all this shenanigan. We can't afford it. And we definitely don't want to go to the doctor because we don't want an extra bill. So you got a lot of people in the early grave alone because of that lifestyle. Alone because of that lifestyle. But yet you got some that keep smoking. They keep drinking till they die. These are the same people who don't want to eat right because they got a billion excuses why they don't want to eat right. These are the same people who don't want to go to the hospital or the clinic because they don't want a bill because they ain't got no insurance, but yet still killing themselves slowly. See, these are human carnal thinkers. Human carnal thinkers. And then you got people on YouTube who listen to these type of people like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can understand that. Yup, I agree. No, I do not agree. No, let's get out of this mind frame and do the right thing for ourselves sometimes. Stop smoking. Stop drinking hardcore. Stop eating all the fast food. Do that for a week. When you pass that, thank the Lord. Next time, go a whole month. I dare you. Do a watermelon cleanse and the cabbage soup at the same time for about a week. Then 2 weeks. I dare you. Let's go.